Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman coming to you from the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island. And we are here because this is the week that the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce has their annual policy conference. And a lot of things go on here. And one of the things we talk a lot about is talent. It's about youth. It's about education because we know who is going to be running things tomorrow. So we have Roger Curtis with us right now. He's Executive Director of Youth Solutions. And Roger, welcome. It's always good to have you on.
Thanks. It's so good to be here. I just saw you at the Michigan Celebrate Small Business. Loved it. What an amazing event. So it's great to be with you. And I'm sorry that was your last one, but
Yeah,
I know it's a little bittersweet.
20 years is,
Right.
I mean, it's a good run. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for the first paycheck, so you know what I mean. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about Youth Solutions. What is it? What do you do?
We're really at the crossroads of education and workforce development. Most people, Chris, know us for Jobs for Michigan's Graduates. That's how we got started. That is a national organization, Jobs for America's Graduates. It's about 50 years old. Got started by the governor of Delaware, Mr. DuPont, and Bob Dole. And so it's been around. It's in 39 states in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Came to Michigan about 15 years ago. And again, we took the Jobs for America's Graduates, made it Jobs for Michigan's Graduates. Since then, we've morphed into a whole set of services for youth to help them get through their education, get ready for post-secondary pathways, more education, and then a successful career. Jobs for Michigan's Graduates, again, that's kind of how we were founded and what most people know us by. What we do there, Chris, is we go in and we find and work with the schools the most at-risk youth. They could be in school, so those that are struggling to graduate, that are still in high school. It could be those that have aged out or dropped out up to age 25. So we work with the out-of-school youth as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we get them ready to get their GED or to graduate and, again, get ready for that post-secondary step, whatever it is. For 15 years, we've had 98% success rate.
Wow.
Yeah.
No joke.
No joke. 98%. It's a very successful, proven model. We go in, we train specialists. Those specialists help the youth. They work with the educators. 54% go on to post-secondary education. And just to put that in perspective, so 80% of our youth are disadvantaged. 57% are minority. They average 8 barriers. And 54% of them go on to post-secondary education. That's also the state average for all youth.
Wow.
So I'm really proud of what our team does and our specialists out in the field.
Well, and like I've always said, those people in that disadvantaged sector, we're going to pay for them one way or another.
That's
and
right.
It's either in salaries or it's in subsidizing
That's
their
right.
being on Earth. So this from a business standpoint, this is a great proposition. There's an ROI here.
There's a huge proposition. There's a huge ROI. I think one of the things I'm struggling with is I just started as executive director about 9 months ago. Hasn't even been a year.
No joke.
No joke.
You're still in gestation.
I am. I'm still waiting on my first check too. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's a great group. I got to know him when I was the director of talent and economic development, which is now Leo.
Right.
So we're brothers, Leo and Ted. So very close. But
well, sure, it's talent.
That's talent. We got to know Youth Solutions. Then we helped fund them. Then when I left the state, Governor Snyder, I went on the board of directors for Youth Solutions, and then this opportunity to be the executive director came up. But back to your proposition, you're right. I think a lot of people misunderstand and think that we're just in the education world, but we're in the talent development world. We're filling that talent pipeline because if the youth can't get out of high school with a degree, that's the first issue.
Yeah.
Secondly, we focus on those critical skills, those soft skills, essential skills. So also critical thinking, leadership, problem solving. We put our youth through the ringer and really get them ready for that next step so they are successful. 75% of our youth are potential first generation college students. So to go on and be successful and then this is the talent pipeline. That's right.
You know what I mean? That's a dangerous cycle that we've allowed to exist for a long time.
It is.
And it's just, you're absolutely right. And, when you look at the problem, the other problem we have here is we're losing population.
That's right.
So who funds tomorrow's workforce with people? We've got to have everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I think everybody needs skin in the game. A lot of our, specifically for youth solutions, a lot of our appropriation comes from the state. We're very grateful for that. Leo workforce, talent, talent support there. So, but the philanthropic community, the business community, those that need that raw material. I hate to call talent raw material, but those that need it,
Yeah.
I think they should have some skin in the game as well. And all of us need to be. The biggest issue, I think, Chris, is this needs to be coordinated. These ad hoc solutions, one off here, one off there, that's not going to move the needle. So how's this get coordinated? Who coordinates it?
Roger, I'm going to help you with that, and I'll tell you why. Because Michigan Celebrates Small Business was never formed because we wanted to have a celebration. It was formed because I wanted 5 groups to talk to each other.
Yeah,
So there's ways to do that.
there is.
And
There
we'll,
is.
we'll chat.
All right.
All right.
I love it.
Roger Curtis, so much you've done for the state of Michigan, and I appreciate you being back.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for being here and supporting all these businesses and everything going on in Michigan.
There's a lot of great stuff going on.
Yeah, there is.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Roger Curtis, head of Youth Solutions. We are coming to you from the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island, where the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce is holding its annual policy conference. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.